This meditation is for healing. So get cozy, create a circle, and we'll tune ourselves in. We're going to be chanting the mantra Ra Ma Da Sa, Say So Hum. And these sound frequencies allow us to pull different sound codes through our 10 bodies. So we have 10 bodies. You might be like, oh, I massaged the physical body. I thought we have one body. But we're more than as just flesh, as you know. We're more than that. We can go to different dimensions through the mind. We can astral travel. We can foresee the future. Some people are psychic. There's all different parts of us as a human that we were never taught at school. We never knew about this, but we were probably born with a very high awareness that just wasn't cultivated, and perhaps it was shut down, and we're just kind of reawakening all these powers, these cities, they're called cities, different powers that we awaken through yogic science, because what we're doing, it's not just like I made it up yesterday. This is 5,000 years old. So they were literally just sitting. They didn't have, 7-Eleven or porn to look at or Instagram to scroll. They were just sitting there. And they, over years of just sitting in a cave and breathing and like putting their body, they worked out what sounds changed their consciousness. And then years and years come now, and we're kind of de-evolved. Some people would say we're de-evolving at the moment on the planet. So these you could say this is an off-planet technology that we're using, and it's really at the tip of the iceberg. It's like this is not. We've only been having these teachings since 1969. It was brought to America. So very, very tip of the iceberg. We're still in the obviously allopathic model of medicine of give the pill, cut the limb off or numb the pain. And this is medicine. This is the medicine of the future, where it's frequency medicine. We're in a frequency war, so we need to change. We need to go on a high frequency and see how can we stay there, so we don't get pulled off into these spirals of fear and there's a deadly thing behind us. Oh, I might get sick now, or whatever's going on. There's a lot going on. And this sound will help you to heal. So whatever way you feel you need healing, whether it is like, oh, yeah, my inner child's really grieving, really sad or lonely or whatever, or I'm just going through a breakup or whatever the healing, let's just be in a receptive, relaxed mode, and let's just chant and pull these different sounds through our body, our 10 bodies. We have a physical body, we have a pranic body, which is that's your prana, that's your vitality, your chi. We have 3 minds. We have a positive mind, which is like, oh, maybe I should invest in crypto. Oh, maybe, positive. Negative, oh no, it's too risky. Maybe I shouldn't invest. Lose everything. That's the negative. Maybe there's, you're in a dark alley. Oh, like is there someone around the corner? That's your negative mind protecting you. And then we have a neutral mind, which is what we aim to be in yoga. We're always looking to balance ourselves so that within a few seconds, with every decision, which is what's happening in your life, you go negative, you go positive, and then you go into the neutral, and then you know the decision. That's when you're really tuned up and tuned in. And when you're not balanced, when you're like asking everyone, like, should I do this thing? What about? You just don't know. You're not in touch with yourself. You're always asking, like, what should I do? So we say you should know the answer within 7 seconds. that's someone that's, you know, cleaning themselves out into that balance, and then you just know, okay, no, I'm not going to go to a party. Yeah, I'm going to get away from that person, or I'm going to do this. You just know, like. But if you don't know, it's okay. You just do some, you do press play on Sanctuary TV, or go jump in the ocean, whatever. Just get back into it. So back into what I'm saying before we start is we have 10 parts of ourselves, 10 bodies. And today you've cleaned out every single part. That's probably why you suddenly feel like higher, happier, lighter, clearer, more energy, but more grounded, perhaps more intuitive. Because you're not just at the gym working the muscles, which is one part of the work. We've worked every single part of you, mind, body, and spirit. So to finish off the 10 bodies, just so you can kind of grasp this teaching, it's physical body, pranic body, which is your breath, your vitality, your strength of energy running through your system, your 3 different minds, your radiant body, the radiance, the glow beam, that's how you magnetize things to you when you have a lot of radiance, and that's what we work on in every single session in this technology, your radiance. That's why I think I've said to a few of you, like, you're glowing, like you're clearly glowing more than you came in. So much you've cleaned away the funk, because it cleans out of your aura, not just your physical body. So that's your radiance. And you'll notice some people have more radiance naturally than others. Some people have, like I have a strong physical body, I'm born with that. That's my gift. That's what I'm here to share and inspire people with. Perhaps you've got a strong, subtle body. That's another body. It's like you don't even know the person's there, but they're so intuitive. They read a room, they know what's going on, they feel deeply, but they're very quiet. They have a strong, subtle body. It's that body, you know, that part of you that can just feel like the vibe over there in the room, or you just feel someone doesn't like you. You just feel it. You just know stuff. That's your subtle body. What are the other ones? What is it? No. I'll come back to this. So isn't this exciting though? Emotional body, yeah. That is one. That's not actually in the 10 bodies, but that is part of us, our emotional part of ourselves. Absolutely. Such a good. And this is, with a lot of us, and the emotional part of us, the emotional body, you can say, it's clogged up or it's numb. It's just, you know, what Sansan was saying, I didn't get angry. So when you do these practices, and if you want to keep doing them at home, you'll notice like maybe tears will come out. For me, I think it was a couple of years, tears were just coming out of me. I wasn't depressed or anything, it was just flowing out as I would do the practices of that years of childhood of don't be emotional, you know, what's wrong with you? It's just pouring out. And luckily I just kept going. On this path, it's really important to know that there's different stages. Like this is not just like you do a day here, or you do a class, or you do a retreat, and like, oh, I've got a certificate now. It's like you're just wanting to learn your whole life. That's what I desire for you to feel about your life. Like I just want to keep learning. I just want to keep evolving. I just want to keep getting better. And it's such a blessing when you get to that point, because it's not easy. Otherwise, every people are just sitting at Macca's now, sitting at the beach. They're taking the easy route out. They're over there doing that. It's not easy to work on yourself, to face your emotions. Otherwise, everyone will be doing it. But there are different stages. So the first stage, you may be in, which is like, whoa, I felt energy, I saw a color, and oh my God, I feel my heart more, and but then you do go through a stage where you think, you know, this is boring, or I can't be bothered, or I hate this BS, like these people are losers, or like you go through a stage. it's kind of called your teenage stage where you start rebelling against this. And it's good to be aware of it. You may be in it at the moment if you've been practicing something consistently for a couple of years, and you may just want to go back to you may want to sabotage it all. It's very important to just keep going, and you'll get through that. And then it's easier as someone was saying, how do I meditate? I find it hard. It gets easier. It gets more enjoyable where you just get to practice and you get to feel deeply, you get to feel like tears just to be alive, or things you have breakthroughs. But you just got to keep going. It's very easy to just let's boring now and give up after a year or something. So let's get in. I hope that just gave a little bit of kind of food for thought with what this is about. And we will get started. We say that the most coveted incarnation is to be a woman because you get to birth the human race. No, obviously it's very important to be a man to protect the woman. However, women can make the human race. So it's very, very blessed incarnation to be born someone who creates, but also apart from that, to find these teachings, to find people like this, to find a community you can sit in and you can just be angry and you can just walk apart, or you can just cheer about your amazing job and work you're doing and have people that cheer you on, and to find these teachings. We say it's like the biggest thing. If you can find your teacher in your lifetime, that is like the highest thing. That's the most precious thing. And we don't really understand what it means to be a teacher in the West or to find a teacher. We don't, it's like, did a training on a teacher, everyone wants to be a teacher. But to really find people who are dedicated, and if you connect to them, it's a relationship like nothing else, and it will carve you out, it will crack you open, and you will feel love like no other relationship. And these are the gifts that are at your fingertips. If you will just keep going, just practice a little bit a day. It can just be given 15 minutes. Let's rub our hands together and let's share. Bring your palms into prayer pose. Take a deep breath in and out through the nose. Inhale and exhale. And we'll tune with the mantra Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Inhale. Hold the breath, squeeze in and up, and then just release the breath. And all you're going to do is have your hands like that on a 90-degree angle. Your hands are receiving healing, and we're going to be chanting the Rama Dasa Sase Soham mantra. And I just ask anyone who wants to receive healing at any time, you can go in the middle. So whoever feels called, whoever feels like you really need to receive, we can all even have a go. It doesn't matter. You just go and lay in the middle, and you just have your palms facing the sky, and we'll start chanting. And then you can kind of get up after a few minutes, whatever you want to do. Everyone else, have your hands like this, and we'll be chanting the mantra. Not hum, you pull your belly in. get up if you're laying down. Sigh it out. If you're next to someone, if you're near someone, put your hand on the knee and just touch some skin. We all need so much hugs. It's like we're so lonely. Make contact. And just take a deep breath in and just see how you're feeling from the moment that you walked in or woke up this morning to now. Take a little inventory of how you're feeling because it's ticked to 5 p.m. It's 5 p.m. already. I want to keep going to midnight and get off on this stuff, but we have to stop. We have to vacate this venue. Before we do, I want to hear your key takeaway. I want to hear how you're feeling, and it can just be a word of your key takeaway or a sentence. Yeah, what did you discover? What did you learn? What was a kind of insight into your own self-psychology today? I'll pass it around to Nina. Do you want to grab the mic? We do have quite a chunky group and not a lot of time, so be mindful of the time.
Me, today was connection and inner child healing. I actually picked out inner child healing as calm. For me, I found a lot of peace from today's session and I just bring back last recently. I'm feeling abundant and feeling grounded.
I'm very grateful for this beautiful soul here and conversations with you because it's just mind blowing and it's a lovely perspective. So I just was grateful for you and for being around you and mindful people.
I'm just feeling happy and connected with everyone more than when I started. So thank you.
I just feel extremely grateful to be around like-minded people.
I just feel extremely happy. I gave up on like 2 days ago, and now I don't need to surface again myself. And I just had the biggest trip in my life. Floating all across the world, nowhere near here. I've never experienced that before.
What happened? Do you want to share? What is it?
I was an eagle. I always had visions and dreams and stuff that I was an eagle sitting over the world. Well, somehow I just became that eagle, soaring across different countries, different feelings, wind I could feel, just like being, I don't know, over the whole universe.
That's love.
That's right.
Just now.
Yeah, just now.
How people say that the combined with indigenous statues and when you see them, yes. Yeah.
Seeing things so high perspective.
When I usually do the teaching that I ask him to show me what this means. Might from the tree, might from the sun. But if you know what that means, you know what that means, but if you know what I mean,
Can't smile. I don't smile, but
feeling connection and I'm feeling sweet. Yeah.
I'm feeling much lighter and clearer as well. Thank you.
Feeling really calm, connected, and accessible.
Yeah. Just want to thank you and the team here holding space for me. I knew I had some inner work to do. I came here, I've been having anxiety for quite strong the last few days, and now I feel myself again, so relaxed. Just relaxed and calm. And yeah, this work. An important day for me. I hope.
Yeah, I'm feeling a lot lighter. Definitely a lot lighter when I came in. But yeah, just also aware that stress, trauma, and internal issues that I need help with. And I need to reach out for support. That's my realization. And today,
Yeah.
I also feel so much better. It's recently I've been started working myself at home. I was making more solitude. I need to be by myself and process my emotions by myself. But I was not successful in that. So then I realized that yeah, every time I go to like a big event and there's so many connected people there and we start sharing, the energy upliftment is much more faster and it's much more effective. And since I have no fear of just crying and just expressing myself anymore, so when I go to this space that we hold together for each other, I feel like, oh, I just released so much that if I just wanted to stay at home by myself, it would have taken me 1 week. I'm thinking my mom, lose, story, what. But I just come to this event, I come into my body, and yeah, it's like a miracle that we all have each other, that we're not alone. Otherwise, it would have been so difficult. And my whole connection with Alex is in Santa was like a huge synchronicity. It just kind of grew. Like she just posted like the photographer, I just decided to come and then we connected and like we both had like Kundalini stuff mutually and yeah, like everything is just flowing for everyone, not just for me, but when you just open your mind and your eyes, you will just see all of it. And I'm just so grateful to have met everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. I want to say a special thank you to Mitra, Nina, Tyson, for your help today. It's a lot to put this on, and it was really great support to have you. And that's what community is all about. It's like you get to hang out with awesome people. We get to get that support, like Tyson was saying, like you really need to ask for help more. I so relate to that. Doing it alone, just kind of pushing forward, just feeling like actually I can reach out for support, that's not weak. So thanks for sharing that, Tyson, really appreciate that share. And Samson and I just, I randomly was like, I was on like Cleanup, I have this digital currency wood coin, and I was just happened to search Samson and call her. We were talking for an hour, and she lives 7 minutes down the road, and flash to 4 months later, she's speaking at this event, coming to many retreats. It's just God wants you to get help and to grow. So things are always trying to help us. We're just blocking it all out. Like we're just we're just sabotaging, like the anxiety gets us and we're just blocking the help out. So I want to thank everyone here for showing up. Like, it takes a lot to come into a space, to book something, to get your butt on the map. It takes a lot of there's a lot of resistance for most people. So to get here, it shows that your soul is longing and it's hungry. You're hungry for something deeper than a disco and backers and a scroll on Instagram and whatever the outside world gives us. You want to go deeper, and we really appreciate the energy that you brought today and the love. We feel it, and we're all leveraging from it. And before we finish, I'll just say you just got to have 3 things in your life. We were chatting about how do we meditate, how do we actually meditate? But you just got to have 3 things in your life to really be able to do what you came here to do and not get stuck in your rubbish and just play small and pull doona over your head and get stuck in anxiety. You've got to practice. You've got to find some practice that you connect to, whether it's this, whether it's me, and you have to just repeat, whether it's 15 minutes a day. Breathe, move, meditate. You've got to clean your system and upgrade it. Otherwise, there's no hope with the pressure of the fear broadcast outside. So it's daily practice. A teacher, like a community, a teacher, someone that you connect to, whether it's me or someone else, who will carve you, who you can get inspired and uplifted from, and receive teachings from. Because if you're not, you can only receive teachings from a teacher who's connected to the lineage, who's practicing, who is holding a frequency. Otherwise, it's just words. So you're gathering not just words today, you're gathering a transmission, you're gathering an activation today, and you're going to feel that. And the next thing is a community. You need these connections, you need people to hang out with who get it, who get that you need to do the work and you need to look after your body temple and these spaces to hang out in. So just those 3 things, it's not complicated. We make it complicated and we think it's too hard. If you have any questions, just obviously reach out and DM me. You have a month's access to Sanctuary TV that you get from coming here. If you haven't created your login, just send me a message and I'll just send you the link and get that activated. You can press play with hundreds of sessions on any device at any time, and you can come live as well. This will be uploaded on there. It's uploaded on the website, so just log in, and you can also see it in the Facebook group. You're so welcome to ask questions in the Facebook group at any time. Don't be shy, or in a live class. You've got plenty of support there. If you do want to get more, if you do want to get the yearly, I'm giving 30% off for the next 24 hours. If you feel like that's what would help you, and you just want to go in and get, be able to access it at any time for the whole year, just reach out, give me a message, and I'll send you the link for that. Our next gathering is in 6 weeks. It's at the Sanctuary, which is 40 minutes south of here. There's bushwalking, pool, sauna, ice bath. We usually do this there, but we're just starting to offer this so it's nearer for people, these day retreats. What was that?
Yeah, there's a lot of energy that's it. It's coming from the water. It's then better double the price for the water.
Okay. I didn't get that memo, but perhaps. But yeah, no, you are absolutely right. The water is super duper charged. So we're sitting, just before we finish, this is 20,000 litres of spring water, and this is extracted from a couple of hours away in a spring on a farm, and then it's charged with high frequency. Today it was charged with high frequency. Stan, and let me know if you do want to get a free sample or coming today, you're welcome to do that. And he just mentioned he had to go home, so just fill your drink bottle up with the water and you can take it home and enjoy it and taste it. And of course, reach out to him if you want to get any of the water. So yeah, the next retreat, you're inquiring about it, is in the end of November, the 26th, 27th. 2 days, 1 night, 40 minutes south. It's just women, and it's a wellness retreat, and that's more like lush nature energy, sauna, and things like that. Just reach out if you want to come. It's over half full at the moment, and it generally fills up. There's only 10 students taken with that. So let's chin up. Let's rub our hands together. Bring your hands, rub them together, rub, rub, rub. And we're going to send lots of high vibe blessings into ourselves now. So really just relax, receive the high frequencies into your head, receive the blessings, receive the love, and just say, I'm going to bless myself now. I'm not going to focus outside. I'm going to focus in. I'm going to feel like I'm giving love to myself.
Shine on you, all love surround you, and your light within you, guide your way on. Guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and your light within you, guide your way on. Guide your way on. So everyone, what's going on here? All love surround you, and your light within you, guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. Let's just do 3 Satnams. Inhale.
And just take a final deep breath in and out, and Satnam.